we discussed, well, the title of this video is going to give it away anyway, but we discussed about what to do with this car. I reckon it was about a 50-50 people saying to get rid of it and people to saying keep it. Now the whole point of this refresh of this car was because, well, one, I needed content, so I needed to carry on with another car, but two, I've had this car a long time and I wanted to sort of refresh my love for the car as well. So that was the whole plan, refresh everything, modernize everything, and get the love back for this car that I used to have when I first got it. I have to say, I started buying parts and, you know, even sent that engine away, which is almost done. It just wasn't happening. I just don't have the love for this car anymore. So if you've got social media and you have me, you will already know that this car's been up for sale for a couple of weeks. Now I actually had someone put a deposit on it, a rather large deposit from interstate, sight unseen. Yep, sweet, I'll take it. We made a deal without the wheels, which I'm happy to keep. Of course that fell over, kept a bit of the deposit. I was pretty disappointed, pretty pissed off, and to be honest, it made me want to get rid of this car even more, because I think once you've got it set in your mind that you've made a decision and a car's going, and then you get stuffed around, I was getting really over it. But anyway, I was getting impatient. I thought, you know what, stuff it, I'm gonna part it. I didn't mind parting it, one, because you can actually make a bit more money than selling it whole, even though it's a bit of a pain in the ass. And two, this sounds stupid, but I'd kind of rather see this car get torn apart, because then I don't have to see it as it is in someone else's hands. I'd rather it sort of get destroyed, if that makes sense, where I don't have to see it how I liked it. I don't know, maybe it's all in here. But anyway, a gentleman came and looked at it and paid in full for the shell. So this shell is sold. I've also sold the cold side of the engine, so like intake manifold and fuel system and stuff like that. And that's it, it's getting pulled apart. So if anyone's interested in parts on this car, so I'm talking the diff, the intercooler. So diff is a 411 6-bolt R200 with a CAS 2-way in it. If anyone's interested in the box, R33 5-speed with an MPC clutch. It's got a tail shaft, slave, flywheel, everything I'll include. If anyone's interested in the turbo side, so a genuine full trust hot side, so manifold, gate, screamer, dump pipe, all braided lines, T67 25G turbo with an 8cm rear housing. Perfect turbo for this car, made 320 kilowatt on like 22 pound. Like on E85 and probably 25 pound or something like that, like you'll make 350 kilowatt responsively, easy. The stuff's not going to be cheap because it's stuff you can't buy anymore. This is really old, cool, genuine stuff. So Apexy cooler kit, like an old Delta fin kit, Greddy radiator to suit like R32, Laurel, CEFIRO, stuff like that. The wheels I'm keeping, that's probably the thing I had the most messages about. Will you sell the wheels? Will you sell the wheels? No, I'm keeping the wheels, the only thing I'm keeping. Oh, the seats. So Series 1 R33 GTR passenger seat in really good nick, like no rips, no nothing, like a really clean seat. And this bride seat, I don't even know what model it is. Obviously everything's genuine, that's the way I roll. So if anyone's interested in any of that stuff, just hit me up. Every single thing is for sale apart from the rolling shell. Now I thought before I pull it apart, Danny from OUSH Media is going to come do some sort of last nice photos of the car, so I got something to sort of remember it by, which by the time you see this video will be done, so I'll put them here. Now I also thought I have access to getting these printed in a large scale, like, I don't know, how can I put into scale? Think of half of your windscreen of your car size. in really, really high quality, crisp, printed on proper mad photo paper. If anyone's interested in any of the photos that I just put up, hit me up. I can send them out, you know, properly in a tube, all that stuff. So they're not going to be cheap. They're very, very expensive to print because the ink is super expensive. They'll be under $100 though. So hit me up if you want any of that stuff. I just thought, because they're really cool shots, so if anyone wants some, I'm going to get some printed for myself to put up somewhere. But that is it. That's the end of this car. So the next thing you'll see is this thing getting pulled apart. It is a sad day. I will say I'm a bit sad about it, but I've got to just do it. Since the guy put the money on the shell and paid for it, I obviously look at this every day when I move it outside for work, and it's hard. I kept looking back at it and thinking, am I doing the right thing? But like I said, you just got to do it sometimes. Just bite the bullet, do it, and move on to something else. And that's it. I wish this car good luck. I completely forgot to mention, and the engine, obviously. So stock bottom end 25 with ARP head studs, head gasket, HKS cams, and cam gears. Anyway, let's go take some photos.
Am I making the YouTube?
Ooh, looks good out here. Yeah, you want to be in one of my videos?
Yeah.
Alright. Why, just so you can advertise?
Yeah, right.
One Alasta photos. People, today is the day. This car is officially going to be lights out for the last time. Now, I wanted to put in this video from those photos that you previously saw, the sort of last good photo shoot of this car. I actually got one of the photos done in a big print. Alright. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's pretty decent. My head to my waist. I don't know how you'd gauge how big that is, but now if anyone is interested in these or any of the other photos, obviously not just this one, there's some just normal parked up ones, etc, etc. If you're interested in any of these as a print, I can get these done. They're really, really high quality, and I can do them for $50 posted in Australia. So if anyone's interested in those, shoot me a message and I'll send you through sort of all the photos you can choose from, and I'll send them out. And if there is enough interest, I will get some done of the Evo. I don't think there'll be much interest in that. Or if there's interest in the VN, I can get prints done of that. I'll do photos and get prints done. So let me know in the comments or message me on Insta, Facebook, whatever. So it's currently 6:37 in the morning. I want to try and do all this in one day, and today's going to be very, very hot. That's why I'm here so early. So that's it. Let's go. Literally pulling the life support. I've only just noticed, if you remember last video when I showed you underneath the CEFIRO how squishy the exhaust is, Well, after the skid I did, the last hurrah, in those photos you saw, it finally split the exhaust open. On its last drive, all the limiter and backfiring and stuff, split the exhaust. Finally. Alright, so after like 3 or 4 hours, everything out, diff out, box, engine. If anyone wants this stuff, Trust oil cooler. There's the box, cooler kit, seats. Wheels are not for sale. Gritty radiator. And I'll show you the engine bay. And this is what she's leaving like. So I'll raise it up so it's easy to get on the trailer. Just some stock S14 wheels. Everything gone. That's it. That is the end of the era. That is the end of an era. I will 100% admit I'm a little bit sad, but it is what it is. You just got to pull your finger out and do what you got to do. So it's getting picked up tomorrow.
CEFIRO.
See you, mate.
CEFIRO is gone, Papa.
So that is the end of that chapter. Don't know how I feel, but it's done, so too bad. Everyone's gonna be asking, what next, what next, what next? And I don't even know. I got no idea. I just wanted that done and then I'll figure out the rest later. But there is an engine in here somewhere that I may have put a deposit on. Who knows? So let me know in the comments down below what you think and what you reckon I should buy.